We now welcome Micah Patton, candidate for Justice of the Peace in Precinct 4. Welcome to Community Crossroads.
Thank you for having me.
And so Micah, talk to us about your history here in the Crossroads. I know we spoke a little bit before that you're from Kennedy, and when you moved to Victoria, it felt like the big city.
Yes, ma'am. So my wife and I have been here for 11 years in Victoria. We've made Victoria our home. It's great for me for work. I traveled to San Antonio and Houston and Corpus Christi from here, and of course I'm working in this area as well. But we've really enjoyed it. So growing up in Kennedy was a small town, but went off to A&M, went to College Station, and then found a place here in Victoria to live and work.
And is this your first time putting your name in the hat for candidacy to a public office?
Yes, ma'am. I've thought about it before, but the timing for this seemed the best, and I'm really looking forward to the opportunity.
And what called out to you about this position, Justice of the Peace, for your precinct?
Well, I think it's the position best suited for my experience in work and for my education. So I have a criminal justice degree as well.
Oh, wow.
And so it just kind of suited my experience in that area.
And what has it been like on the campaign trail, showing your sons, how to get it done and sharing the excitement with your friends and family?
Yes, ma'am. Well, the campaign has been fun. So I've been a sales professional for about 18 years. So it's very, very similar to sales. You meet a lot of folks, you shake hands, you have a purpose, so to get your message out. And so I've enjoyed that, walking through neighborhoods, visiting with my neighbors, talking about the Justice of the Peace role, because many people aren't familiar with it.
Right.
So just being informative in that way, and then of course asking for everybody's vote.
Well, let's go ahead and share some bio information for our viewers who may not be familiar. You're a Texas A&M alum, and you want to bring a business-like mindset to the role with a focus on evictions and truancy, and you're married to your wife, Erin, and you have 2 sons. But before we talk about family, let's go back to focusing on evictions and truancy. Now, we're in this pandemic still, and with the evictions moratorium fading and then being renewed, how do you plan on navigating that role?
Well, there's a process to evictions. So the folks go through that process, but then ultimately the Justice of the Peace Court decides what happens. So it's understanding, listening to people's stories, trying to figure out who needs help, whether it's the property owners or the residents, the tenants, and then figuring out the best solution for both folks.
And truancy. I read in your one sheet you sent to me that truancy and students making it to school is a big issue for you.
Yes, ma'am. So truancy affects our school budgets. That ultimately affects the students who want to be at school. It affects the teachers who are employed by the school. And so the Justice of the Peace Court, again, that's a big topic with them. They oversee truancy cases.
And tell us more about what you plan to do if elected.
Well, again, it's bringing a business-like mindset to that office, seeking solutions to help the constituents. You're representative of the people. It's the people's court. So your neighbors and those folks are the people that you're representing. And so you want to bring solutions and seek those to best help everyone.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Community Crossroads, and best of luck to you in your candidacy.
Thank you, ma'am.
And coming up, don't go anywhere. We need a candidate on the ballot for the Victoria County Clerk seat.